we have some problems where we have to calculate correlation coefficient and as well as we have to obtain regression lines. Already we have a formula for R where we have calculated correlation coefficient using that is R equal to summation xy upon square root of summation x square into summation y square, where capital X is x minus x bar, capital Y is y minus y bar. This will help you only to get the correlation coefficient. To obtain the regression lines, again, you have to follow very lengthy procedure. If you apply this formula, I'm not saying it is wrong, but if you apply this formula to get regression lines, it becomes little tedious work. For that, we have a formula for again R. This will help us to get correlation coefficient and also to obtain regression lines very easily. Means no extra calculations. If you do all these calculations, that is enough to get both the things. Am I clear? And the formula is equally important. You need to remember it correctly. See the coefficient, see here, formula for correlation coefficient using variance and standard deviation. So here sigma square x, or if you take only sigma square, this is nothing but variance. If you take square root of variance, this will give me standard deviation. This is statistical part. Okay, these are the definitions only. So sigma square is notation for variance. Square root of variance is standard deviation. Okay, this is a known fact. Okay, now here we have a formula for R, which is nothing but just see sigma square x plus sigma square y minus sigma square x minus y. So x minus y, this is a subscript. Okay, divided by 2 into sigma x sigma y. So all these sigma square are what? Sigma square are nothing but variance. And what are sigma x and sigma y? Suppose this is a variance. If I take a root of this, what will get? What is root of sigma square x? Please answer. Try to get the
Deviation.
point. Yeah, that is standard deviation. It is sigma. Am I right? See, sigma square is variance. Root of variance will be standard deviation. Am I right? So if I put a root for this, what I'll get the quantity? Sigma square x as. Isn't it sigma x? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
See, it's written here. It's a formula using variance and standard deviation. Nothing much. I want to tell you that numerator is variance and denominator is in terms of standard deviation. Nothing much. This is what the formula is. Now here it depends on some quantities like sigma square x and all that. Let us see what it is. So sigma square x is nothing but see we are finding the correlation means what they should give. They should give a table containing x and y values. Am I right? Then only we can find whether they are correlated yes or no. Suppose they have given some tabular form like this. So first we'll calculate sigma square x, which is nothing but summation of x square upon n minus x bar the whole square. We are aware what is x bar? What is x bar? It is a mean. How to get mean? Add all the values of x divided by the number of values. Yes, this also we know how to calculate x bar. So calculate this x bar and then you have to get sigma square x. For that it depends on summation of x square. Summation of x square means x values will be given, no? You just square it and take, that's all. Add those values. It is summation of x square. Can you tell me what is n? Can you tell me what is n? What we have used n is number of values, isn't it? Number
10.
of set of values is n. Yes. So use in this formula, you'll get sigma square x. How can I get sigma x from this? Because in the formula we have sigma x also. Sigma square x is this formula. I applied it. I have got some quantity. How can I get sigma x? By taking a square root, isn't it? Am I teaching so badly that you people are not answering? sigma square, use this formula. Sigma x is means you will get some answer. Suppose A is the answer, take root of that, you will get sigma x. This is for X series. Okay. Now, so similarly, can anybody help me in writing what is sigma square y formula?
Summation y square upon n minus y bar x square.
Minus y bar square. See, this is divided by n is only for this term. Huh? Now, one more thing. You have x minus y, no? So what you have to do, this sigma square x minus y, you have to take it as sigma square z. Means what is z? What is my z? Just see clearly, you can tell me.
X.
Z is x minus y. X minus y. So x value will be given, y value will be given. You prepare one more column for x minus y. Okay, that is my z. So now sigma square z formula will be what then? If I similarly apply summation of z square upon n minus
z bar square.
Z bar square. Okay. So just sigma square y, sigma square y and sigma square x you will get, no? Take the root, you will get these two values and substitute in this. Why we have to use? Because after calculating this r, we have to get regression lines. Do you remember the standard lines of regression? How we take it? Y on x. Y minus y bar equal to? Please answer. What is the line of regression of y on x? Y minus y bar equal to? It's not only 68 has to answer, others also please try.
R sigma y by sigma x
Very good. Into x minus x bar. So see, in this calculation, no, yeah, in this calculation, we have got x bar, we have y bar, we have r obtained, we have got sigma y, sigma x. So easily we can substitute and simplify. Isn't it? See, in this calculation, what you calculate, no, the tabular form, whatever you take, that will be helpful to substitute very easily. So no need to take extra trouble. Similarly, what is x on y? Formula or equation? X minus x bar equal to r into
sigma x divided by sigma y into y minus y bar.
Very good. Okay, again, these all values are available. Only you have to substitute and keep it in an equation format. Okay, so preferably, I'm not saying using this formula is wrong, but preferably when the question contains two parts, correlation coefficient and regression lines, make use of this formula for R. Clear with this? If you want, take a screenshot, else you write down. Okay. Now you can write one question. So I'll explain it, all major concepts in this problem only. Try to understand because this is all calculation part. So if you understand it properly, you can apply it. Only x and y set is going to change. That's all. Okay. Yeah, hopefully written. At least write the formula for r and sigma square x. Now we can write this question. Find the correlation coefficient between x and y for the following data. Also obtain the find the correlation coefficient between x and y for the following data. Also obtain the regression lines. Yeah, this is a table containing x and y values. X values are from 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10 and write corresponding y values properly. And you can expect such one question in your question paper, okay? Yeah. Y is 10, 12, 16, 28, 25, 36, 41, 49, 40 and 50. Okay. Now just see here, we have to calculate this. Okay. What is required here? First, what we need to take. So they have given x and y values. What is required?
X bar and Y bar.
X bar and y bar. Depends on what? X bar and y bar depends on, isn't it? It depends on x values. We need to add all the x values divided by n. And even you can just see over here that we require summation of x square, summation y of y square and all also. Okay. When x bar is required, when we are calculating for variance, that time x bar is required, isn't it? Okay. Is it required in the beginning? See, for the formula for R, when we used to take for capital X and Y, we used to calculate x bar and y bar in the beginning because our x and y were depending on that. But here, if you see, ultimately our sigma square x and sigma square y depends on x bar y bar. So no need to calculate it separately first. We can prepare one table where we can take all the values. Okay. So see how this problem has to be solved, because don't prepare any extra columns. What are required, only take that. Okay. So first we require summation x. So I'll take a column for x. Then I'll take it for y. Okay. Then I'll take one quantity z. This z is what? What is the relation of this z with x and y? Huh? Just observe here. What we have taken z. Z is nothing but x minus y. Ah, okay. So after x and y, take a column for z, which is x minus y values. Next, here you can just see your sigma square x and all depends on x square. I want summation of that value. I want y square. Similarly, I want z square. So for this type of problems where both are asked, you prepare a table containing how many columns? 6. X, y, z, x square, y square, z square. If you remember, no, you can easily just prepare the tabular form. So I'm telling you. Yeah, just start preparing the table. Nice. Just prepare the tabular form. See, I'm just we have to prepare a table containing x, y. These are the given values. Then one more column z, which is in the form x minus y. Then we require x square, y square, z square. So take all these three columns, square them, and take the corresponding values. Then what is required here is actually in the formula we require the addition of all these columns. All summation values are required. So all 6 columns should be added separately. Now after this, first we have to calculate what? First we want sigma square x. Am I right? So sigma square x formula depends on summation of x square. This value is available. N is available. But x bar square, have we calculated it? No. So first let us calculate x bar separately. Similarly y bar and z bar. Then we can go for the variance calculation easily. Am I right? Let us go in order. Okay. Yeah. What is required now? First is, shall I take sigma square x?
X bar.
X bar. X bar is summation of x divided by n. One more thing you can write. What is n? How many set of values given? 10.
10.
Okay. Yeah. Let us take it now. Summation x. 55 divided by 10 means 5.5. Isn't it? It's a mean of this. Okay. Similarly, y bar is summation of y divided by n, which is 307 divided by 10. Am I right? 307 divided by 10 is how much?
30.7, ma'am.
Yeah, 30.7. Just calculate z bar also. Z bar. Yeah, 30.7. Z bar is also required. Summation of z divided by n, which is minus 252 divided by 10 means,
Minus 25.2.
yeah,
Minus
minus 25.2. So don't worry if it is negative value also. After this, can we calculate sigma square variance values? Yes, we can, right? Yeah, start. Now sigma square x. Can anybody tell me the formula? Sigma square x.
Sigma square summation of x square divided by n minus
Yeah, this is important that it is separate. X bar square
x bar.
separate. Don't take whole divided by n. So summation of x square is how much? 385 divided by n is 10 minus x bar square. What is your x bar? 5.5 square. See what you do? First calculate this and then minus x 5.5 the whole square. Yeah, answer? All of you operate the calculator?
8.25.
Very good. 8.25. This is sigma square x. Keep it in a box, which is required. Next, you calculate sigma x. So it is under the root 8.25. Is how much?
Two 2.87.
Yes.
87.
2.87. This is required. Next, sigma square y. How we calculated for x? No, similar way you do it for y. Formula is same. All the x should be converted as y. So sigma square y square. Okay, sigma summation of y square by n minus y bar square. What is summation of y square? 11387 upon 10 minus y bar is 30.7 the whole square. All of you operate calculator and keep on checking the value.
196.21.
Yeah. All are getting same? 196.21.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is sigma square y. So what is sigma y? 196 means somewhere like 14, right? Check.
14.007.
007. Shall I write? Okay. 01 shall I write? Or write 007. Y again. Sigma square z. is nothing but sigma square x minus y. This is important because in the formula we don't have sigma square z. Okay, or else you write them reverse. That is far better. Yeah, this is sigma square x minus y is sigma square z. Yeah, formula will be same. What is that? Summation z square by n minus what I have to write? X bar square, no? What I should write? Z bar square. Okay, summation z square is how much? 7624 divided by 10 minus z bar is minus 25.2 the whole square. Answer?
127.36.
36. Okay. Shall I take sigma square under the root? Like, shall I take the standard deviation?
No.
Not required in the formula. So no need. If you calculated, that is extra, nothing much. It's not, I don't say it wrong. So just see, I'll tell you, these are all variance values and these what you calculated sigma x, sigma y are standard deviation values. They are related quantities. Okay. Yeah. Just see the formula for R. Yeah. Help me in writing. Yes, one of you just can tell. R is
Sigma x
Sigma
square
square x plus sigma
square
square
y
y
minus sigma z.
minus sigma x y. Sigma square x.
yeah, sigma square x minus y divided by
2 sigma x into 2 sigma y.
yes. Okay, substitute the values. Huh? Don't write the answer directly. What is the value of sigma square x is 8.25 plus 14 point, sorry, now 196 sigma square I should substitute. So 196.21 minus sigma square x minus y 127.36 divided by 2 into sigma x is 2.87 into 14.007. What is the answer?
0.958.
958. Others
Yes,
to
ma'am.
check same value because
Yes,
how
ma'am.
you substitute is very important. Yeah. Can we take this value? Is it correct? Roughly correct? What is the
Yes,
range for
ma'am.
R? Yes, the range for R is
Minus.
between -1 to +1. So
Minus
whether
one
you
plus one.
whether you calculate by any formula, whatever it is, the thing R value lying between -1 to +1 should always satisfy. Okay. Yes. So this is the value of R. Now let us calculate equations of lines of regression. Lines of regression. Okay. So first what we'll do, we'll take equation of regression line, or you can say equation of line of regression of y on x. Okay, y on x. Yeah, repeat again that what we discussed, no? Tell me the standard format. This is y minus y bar equal to, very easy, huh? Easily you can remember. Y on x. So y term will come first, then r. Y on x means sigma y by sigma x. Confusions are very less. Substitute the values. What is y? Y is y. If you substitute it, don't become an equation. What is a y bar? Y bar for this problem?
30.7.
Yeah.
30.7, ma'am.
30.7 is equal to R value is 0.958 into sigma y 14.007, no? Divided by sigma x. Sigma x is 2.87. X minus, what is x bar?
5.5, ma'am.
5.5. See how you need to calculate it. You should get it in the form like, okay, y equal to, or Yeah, the equation should be written in this form. Y equal to mx plus c format. Take care of that. So I'll keep my y here. Just calculate this quantity. 0.98958 into 14.007 divided by 2.87.
4.672.
4.672. Correct. This, see, this is the value into x means you will get a x. Okay. Now, this same value into 5.5. Somehow it is there in the calculator.
25.698.
So I have to write minus 20.
5.698.
689. Sorry, I did not count.
69.
698. 698. Okay, other same answer. See, I told you, no, don't make it too lengthy. This value is available into 5.5. This is the value. Now I have to shift my 30 here because I should have only y on one side. So what it will be? Plus 30.7, correct? Now tell me the simplified part. So y equal to 4.672x. See, again, this is available in the calculator. Just attach a minus sign to that, plus 30.7. Tell me the answer. Plus, I think 5 point something or 4 point. Check.
5.002.
5.002. So what is this? This is the first line, regression line called as y on x. Correct? Similarly, we have to take the second one. What is that? Equation of regression line of x on y. Yeah, tell me the standard format. See, don't write directly, huh? You should write the general thing, substitution and the simplification. X on y means x term will come here, correct? What I have to write here? R x sigma x upon sigma y. Am I correct? Substitute. X minus x bar is 5.5 is equal to R. R is 0.958. Sigma x is 2.87 upon 14.007 into y minus y bar is 30.7. Again, same procedure. So x will be, yeah, do this calculation. 0. What do you get it?
196.
196.
196. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is 0.196 into y. Then same quantity into 30.7. Do it.
6.026, ma'am.
6.026.
026. Then I am shifting my 5.5. So it becomes plus 5.5, isn't it? So from that, no, you just subtract 5.5 and you give a minus sign. That I think you can understand it. 0.196y. What is the value? Minus
0.526.
0.526.
526. Hopefully all are getting same answer. Huh? So just see in the last, so this is like how to obtain a coefficient of correlation and lines of regression both only by referring one tabular form. Okay. So main important thing, what they have asked, according to that, solve like that. Don't make it lengthy. Is the problem clear? Any doubts are there regarding this? Huh? Any doubts? Hopefully no. The method is clear, I guess. Now, see what we did no last time. If you just remember the last set of example, these lines were given. What we obtained from that is x bar, y bar, and then r, a reverse process. So it is like in both the ways we can do it. If you have r, if you have x bar, y bar, you can construct the lines. If you have lines, you can construct means as well as coefficient of correlation. Okay, shall I give an example for you to try?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us take a problem from the question paper only, model paper. The following table gives the heights of fathers, take it as X, and sons, take it as Y. Prepare this table. Is this example taken up? Okay, I don't think so, because it contains both the concept. Okay, 67, 67, 68, 69, 70, 72. Y values are 67, 68, 65, 68, 72, 72, 69, 71. Calculate the coefficient of correlation and lines of regression. Lines of regression. Okay, sigma square z, which is equal to summation of z square by n, is equal to z bar square, which is going to give me the answer as 4. Okay, so r is nothing but, use a formula, substitute the values, and r is 0.602. Roughly it is correct because it is between -1 to +1.